Hello, my Stampin' friends. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. My kids are back at school today. Woohoo! So happy for them to go back to school. It's been a long break. We've had fun, but it's time to get back to business. So up at the top, I have my Stampin' Up webpage where you can order anything that I'm going to use today. So that's there for your convenience. So I wanted to show you really quick some of the products we're going to use from the spring Stampin' Up catalog. It is a very beautiful catalog, and as you can see, there are butterflies all over it. So we're just going to take that as our cue today, and we're going to play around with this new suite called Gingham Gala. And as you can see, there's gingham paper. This paper comes in some really beautiful colors. There's Balmy Blue, Daffodil Delight, Grapefruit Grove, Highland Heather, Lemon Lime Twist, and your base color is Whisper White. There's also this really nice punch that coordinates with this really nice new stamp set called Butterfly Gala. And we're going to be using several of these products today. And if you order now through, let's see, when is it in March? There's this, through the end of March, March 31st, it's celebrations time. Then you'll have the opportunity to earn one of these other elements we're going to use, like this butterfly paper here that coordinates with the butterfly punch for free for every $50 that you spend in product. So let's get started. So what I've done, I've made this really cute desktop calendar. It sits up on your desk. Well, it doesn't sit up like that, but it sits up on your desk nice and pretty freehand, as you can see, by itself. And I'm going to show you how to do this. It's really simple. So I've decided to go ahead and use some of the paper from the Gingham Gala pack. And it's really beautiful paper. You have the big gingham on one side, and then you have the smaller gingham on the other. This will remind you of the buffalo check background stamp that we had available for purchase in the winter catalog, but it has carried over, so no fear. You can use this paper, or if you haven't purchased the buffalo check background, you can still get it. And there is your order number. Okay. But I'm telling you, there are a lot of very happy ladies, at least people I know that stamp, that the buffalo check carried over. It's been a very popular item. So I'm going to get my Stampin' Up trimmer, and I'm going to do some cutting here for you real quick. I'm going to have to move a few things around. So I have a piece I've already cut here, which is kind of hard to see because my camera is so close. I don't know if I can move it back or not. I'll just take it off of here for a second and I'll show you. I see you, Cindy. So we have this, it's a half a piece that we cut in half, and then we have this piece that we cut from the other half. So we have a piece that is 4 1/4 by 11, which is this piece, and then we have the smaller piece, which is 4 1/4 by 4, and then we're going to layer with a piece of Whisper White that is 4 1/4. Oops, sorry, 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to cut this beautiful piece of Grapefruit Grove down to 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to do that really quick. Put you back on here. It might wiggle for a second. So I'm going to cut this piece down. And let's see, I said 3 3/4 by 5. So you still have quite a bit of that piece of paper left. So we're not going to use that on something today, but there'll be another day that we will use these little pieces. As you can see, there's the fine side and there's the big side. So I love that. So we need to do some scoring really quick. So we're going to score. I'm going to put my cutting blade over here so I don't accidentally use it. I'm going to turn this way. Maybe that'll be a better view. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to score this at 5.5. So my 5.5 mark is over here. And I'm just going to push the blade and I'm going to score that. Okay. Oh, I forgot. There's this trick. I didn't even know this. This little piece comes out. You see one side has the little divot in it for cutting. I just found out about this. And the other side is flat. So the flat side is supposed to work better when it comes to scoring the paper. So I think it did. I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Because otherwise it didn't seem to score as well, but now it scored pretty good. Okay, so then we need to do the other piece that's going to be the bottom part of our W here. I call that like a W. So I want to put it in the wide way. And I'm going to score at, oh, my cheat sheet. Oh, there it is. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. So it's going to be kind of hard to do 1/2 inch. And there's your 1, 2. Okay, so there's your half. So I'm going to hold that and score that. And then I'm going to move it to the 2. And I'm going to score that. And then I'm going to move it down to the 3.5. And I'm going to score that. And then I'm going to put this out of the way because we are done with the trimmer for now. Okay, so we have this piece. We're going to go ahead and just burnish this really quick with our bone folder. I couldn't think of what it was called on the last video. Sometimes I just can't think under pressure. And then I'm going to do the middle part of this other one. I'm going to burnish it. And then we're going to fold the little scores, the 1/2 inch and the 3.5, which is basically 1/2 inch on both ends of your 4.25 by 4 cut sheet. And it makes like this W. So you see that? So then I'm going to take some of my favorite glue, the liquid mono glue. This stuff is really good for holding things down. You could do snail or something else, but I think this works pretty well. It dries pretty fast. So I just put a little bit on the end, and then I'm just lining it up. And I'm just going to kind of hold it there in place for just a minute. Maybe kind of rub it just a little bit to help it adhere better. Okay. Then I'm going to flip it over. Okay, so you can see how we have one side down. And we have this other side we have to do. So then I'm going to just squiggle some glue on there. Doesn't have to be exact. This stuff wipes off if you get a little messy. It doesn't stain or anything. And then I'm just going to put that in there, and I'm going to fold it down like I did the other side and kind of rub it and get that glue working in there. Okay. So then I'm going to put this glue to the side for now. Okay, so we have our pop-up part of our card. Very cool. So I'm going to put that to the side for a minute. So now we're going to work on the rest of it. So I have the stamp set here. I'm going to put these over here. I have this oval framelit that I cut out. It is the third one in the stitched shapes set. So it's not the biggest one, but it's like the next one. So these come in the set. You have the circles, the ovals, and the squares, and now we have rectangles that are available for purchase. So I plan to do a video with the rectangles soon, but these are called the Stitched Shapes Framelit dies. And these just go right through your Big Shot, pretty easy. So I'll put those out of the way. But that's how I got this nice little oval with the nice little stitching around it. So I'm going to use the Butterfly Gala stamp set. And I was trying to figure out which sentiment would be appropriate for a desktop calendar. And I decided I liked the good things in life are better with you. Because who doesn't need to hear that every day? I mean, you know, for someone to say, hey, you know, you make my life better. That's great. Who doesn't want to hear that? Okay, so I put my polymer stamp on the block, and I really love these New Style ink pads we got last year. They're pretty terrific. So I'm just going to stamp that a couple times in there, and then it's clear so you can see exactly where to put it. So it looks perfect, right? Right in the middle. So I'm going to close up my ink pad. It's really easy. You just give it a little push and then a little pull, and then you flip it over, and then it's closed. I know a lot of people have had problems with these. I've used mine some, you know, some colors more than others, so they close easier and open easier. I used to, like when I would open them with my thumb, I used to get my thumb right here and get it pretty inky, but now I'm, you know, no inky fingers. I did pretty good. So it's just a matter of getting used to how to use new products. So I have that. Now I have this beautiful paper. This paper is part of the, oops, sorry, I bumped you. Part of the Celebrations paper pack. There's these beautiful big butterflies on it. It's called Botanical Butterfly Designer Paper. It's on page 9 of the Celebrations catalog. So you can see, I'll take it out of the package here so you can see what all of them look like. So there's this beautiful piece with the balmy blue on the background. It's really nice that Stampin' Up! Has coordinated this paper with this product suite in the catalog, the Gingham Gala suite that has all the butterfly stuff. And there's also the punch that they coordinated with this, and you'll see what I mean in just a sec. So here's the first piece, and so the back of it is this nice black and white gingham paper. And you have this next beautiful piece with the butterflies and the botanical stuff on it, the plants, and you have polka dots on the back of this piece. You get 2 of each. I've pulled a few pieces out, so you might be like, why is there only 1 piece? I've pulled a few out. Okay, then you have this beautiful piece that's in the Highland Heather that has all these flowers on it, and on the back side of it, you have some more black and white butterflies, and these are really great for coloring. So if I wanted to just pull out one of my markers here, one of my blends markers, I could sit here and say, well, I really want a purple butterfly, so I just color in my purple butterfly. And I think, well, purple is great. Let's see, this is Highland Heather, by the way. But maybe I want a little bit of yellow in there. So this, or orange-ish kind of. So this is the Mango Melody, and then you can put some of that in there. That's nice, right? You can make whatever color you want with all this black and white paper. It's really cool that they coordinated everything. I mean, they're Stampin' Up. What do you expect? And then I have, I think, yeah, this is my light red marker. So you could even put like little tips on the end. You know, it could look a little bit pink. It looked kind of pink over here where my markers are setting. Anyways, so you can color these in, and then you can punch them out. I should have colored one on the end to show you, but I'm going to show you here anyways. So look at this one right here. I'm just going to line it up in the punch and give it a squeeze. Whoops. That just landed on top of my phone. And punch it out. So how great is that? So you have the little butterfly you can punch, and then, oh, we're still going here. Let me keep going. So that was the other side of that. So you have all of these little butterflies you can punch. They're the same size. Look at that. They're the same size. And the other side of this, now you could really go to town coloring this page. I mean, wow, we're going to have to do something with that. Let's see, what else is in here? This piece. This is a fabulous piece. I'm going to pull the one I have over here and show you. I have been, you can get, I think someone said you can get 42 big butterflies out of this, but I just take my scissors because I don't want to cut and accidentally, like, I don't want to punch and take some of this out. So I'm just going to take my snips and I'm just going to kind of cut around it like that. And then I'm going to punch it right out. And this is how I got the butterflies on the card, was doing this. So you got to kind of, I took out my picking tool here. I haven't used it too much, but I thought about using my scissors and I was like, oh, well, I might stab my paper and tear it up. And I don't want to do that. So I took my little picking tool and moved it around some. You get it just right. It might take a second to line it up, but let me tell you, you got a butterfly right there, just like that. And I didn't have to free cut it. I mean, talk about saving time. When people craft, we like to craft, but we don't always like that some things take a long time. So the other side of this sheet is the black and white stripe. And then there's this beautiful green sheet. It's the, let's see, lemon lime twist. That's what color they call this, green. And then the other side has more of those butterflies that we just punched out, but you can color them in however you want. So this is a really great sheet if you decide to buy this suite. This paper, the Botanical Butterfly DSP, is like your paper to get, and it's free. Like, free is for me, right? Everybody likes something free. Okay, so we have our butterflies cut out, and we have this cut out. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble. Let's see, I have my words. Where did my words go? Oh, it's right there in front of me. So sorry. And I have my mini calendar. I ordered these online. I'll leave that there for a second. They were really cheap. I don't know how much she sells them for now because I ordered them a while back. And if you place a celebration order with me this month that gets you a free celebration item, I will send you one of these pop-up calendars because I'm going to make a bunch of them. I expect to send these out because they're awesome. They're beautiful. And who doesn't need a calendar? And it's the whole year. I mean, it's fabulous. So anyways, let's assemble. Oh, the ribbon. I think I will use the Grapefruit Grove ribbon, but let me show you this ribbon. This ribbon is another celebration item. What page is it on? Let me see if I can figure it out. There's so much stuff in this catalog, and I think I probably have like one of everything. Let's see. I don't see it there. I think it's celebrations. I don't see it in the suite. Let's flip. There we go. Oh, it's on the previous page. Sorry about that. So it's on page 7, the Organdy Ribbon Combo Pack. It's 1/4 inch ribbon. It's beautiful. It comes in the coordinating colors of the suite. So it's Balmy Blue, Daffodil Delight, Grapefruit Grove, Highland Heather, Lemon Lime Twist, 5 spools, 5 yards each. This is free when you spend $50. It's not 1 spool. It's not 2 spools. It's 5. It's 25 yards of ribbon. It's fabulous. So now that I've showed you the beautiful ribbon, we're going to use some beautiful ribbon. Okay, so I have my calendar base, not my card base, because this is not a card. It's not going to open up. You're not going to tear this open. You're going to use it. So I'm going to get my my mono liquid glue out again. You know, you can use the snail on here, but I really prefer to use the liquid glue because I think it holds stronger and it's a really great value. Don't ask me how much it is because I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I'm telling you, you can use a thing of this. It seems like forever. So I'm going to stick this down on the front as like my first layer. And I'm going to smooth it around a little bit just to get that glue stuck down to where it needs to go. All right. And then you can see I got a little place there. You can just rub that off with your finger. It does get on your fingers a little bit. It's not a big deal, at least not to me. All right. So then I'm going to put this little calendar down on the back. And I'm going to use the glue again on that. I'm going to put kind of a lot of glue. I don't want it to fall off. I want it to last all year. So whoever gets this can really enjoy it. I'm going to just hold that down, kind of rub it a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to take my beautiful ribbon here and I'm going to tie a bow with it. Just a simple little bow. Just like you're tying your shoes, right? So just hold that there and tie it on through. And I'm going to make it a little smaller. I don't want a huge bow, but I don't have little tiny fingers, so. Okay, and then I'm going to take some ribbon scissors. I'm going to give this a little snip. Another little, oops, I want to make sure it's straight. I don't want to cut that off wonkety. I know that's a new word, wonkety. Cut that off. Now, I want to put a piece of ribbon underneath this. Now, you could have tied it around the back and try to do a ribbon like that. You know, I don't have a lot of luck doing that. Sometimes mine doesn't look so pretty, so I'm not going to do it like that. But I'm going to take and I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to use a little bit of snail now. And I'm just going to do a little bit where this ribbon needs to stay stuck down. And then I'm going to just stick it down. Okay. It looks a little wonky on the front, so I'm going to fix it. It's hard to tell when it's flipped over where it's going to land, so that's okay. I'm not gluing it to the front. I'm just sitting this around the back. Okay. Let me undo this side. See, with that snail, it doesn't really put the ribbon down. It secures it, but it doesn't put it down like permanent. You have to put something else down because it's sticky on the back too. Also on the back, I'm going to use some dimensionals, and I'll put one in each corner. I want to make sure it's nice and secure. Like I said, this is something that people can display for, you know, like a year. I don't want it falling apart. That would really be a shame to give someone something, then it just falls apart because you didn't want to use enough adhesive. You know, these dimensionals are fabulous. You get 3 of them in a pack, and I think they're like $4.95. So I'm going to stick this down. Like so. Okay, so you can see how this is coming. And then I'm going to take some of our glue dots. I tried to do this earlier, and I kept saying, why isn't this sticking? Oh, I forgot to put the glue dot on. I touched the glue dot on here, but I didn't actually pick it up like I just did now. So when you use your glue dot, you might have to put a little bit of pressure on it since it's the ribbon and not a piece of paper. It's going to act like a little jokester or something on you. So there's our little ribbon, and then I'm going to use the dimensionals again. I'm going to put a few on the back. And as you can see, it looks like I've run out on my sheet, but I really haven't. You can just take your scissors and you can snip and give yourself another one. This whole outside, this is all sticky foamy pop-up dimensional stuff. Use it. Don't throw it away. I had a girl years ago at one of my classes, just, she thought it was garbage. She didn't realize you could use it, and she threw it away. And I'm like, what did you throw away? And she's like, oh, just the sheet. It was out. And I said, oh no, pick that up. And I showed her, you know, snip, snip. And you have all these dimensionals. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, it's okay. I mean, she didn't realize, you know, she was new. So I'm going to use the glue dots again to pick up these little butterflies. I'm going to stick them on here. Now, if you're going to mail this, they will fit in an envelope unless your butterflies are hanging off the side like mine. So I will have to stick my butterflies down a little bit, or I just won't stick them in an envelope. I'll make a bigger envelope for them. So here you go. What a beautiful beginning of the year gift to give to somebody. Who doesn't need a beautiful little calendar they can put on their desk? Now me, I could take a little marker, and there's a couple birthdays coming up in my family. So if I grab, I'm just going to do them really light with the smoky slate, and I'm going to mark, and I'm going to send this to someone in my family. Or I might keep it for myself, I don't know. But I'm going to mark tomorrow, the 10th. That's my niece's and my brother-in-law's birthday. And then I could come to, let's see, I could skip a few months. I could say, oh, here's March. I could mark my husband's birthday. And then I could go to, let's see, I could go to May. And I could circle my son's birthday. So, I mean, just don't be afraid to write on these calendars. You know, if you place a qualifying order, which would be a $50 order, which would get you a free celebration item, then I will make one of these and I will send it to you, and you can use it for your family, for birthdays, for anniversaries, for whatever. And just enjoy it. I enjoyed making it and sharing it with you. I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.